Right, so the next rule we're going to look at is the cosine rule. So we're familiar with the sine rule, okay, and we know that if I've got pairs of angles and sides, then we can work out either a missing angle or a missing side. But sometimes we get a situation where the sine rule doesn't work. So I'm thinking, okay, let's use the sine rule. Right, if I use the sine rule, then I think I've got a pair there. I can work out x because I've got that angle, but now I'm looking, there's no angle with the 19, so maybe there's an angle with the 22, and there isn't. So we don't have enough information to be able to work that out, because if I go up there, missing, if I go there, that's missing too, okay? I need to use the sine rule, I need another angle, and I don't have that other angle to be able to use the sine rule to work that out. So if I'm finding a side like this, using the sine rule, I've got to have two angles, and I've only got the one. Well, relax, don't panic, because we've got our saviour here, it's called the cosine rule, and that will do it for us, okay? So with the cosine rule, it looks a little bit more complicated. It's well worthwhile just memorising this thing as well. Just quicker if you do, and we can use it. It's just a matter of substituting stuff in. Now, as I said before, the thing that we're trying to find, we're going to make that a. And it does become quite important with the cosine rule because of this. So I'm trying to find that, and that's a. Notice that I've got an a squared and an a there. Okay, so the position of those is important that we've got those right. And then I've got b and c. Okay, I don't have to mark the angles on there. Those other two sides are just b and c. If you really want to, that would be angle b, that would be angle c. But notice they don't come into it. There's no angles b and c, but we've got side a, side b, side c, and angle a. So I've labelled those. Doesn't matter, I think I've already said it, can't remember. Doesn't matter which way around b and c goes. It's the other two, okay? These two are important. Okay, and then these are the other two. From there, it's just a matter of substituting in. So I've written the rule out, here it is here. So a squared, therefore, is equal to 19 squared plus 22 squared minus 2 times 19 times 22 times the cosine of 35 degrees. We can put all of that on the calculator. In fact, what I like to do is put the square root all around it as well, but just this once, we'll do it this way. We go 19 squared plus 22 squared minus 2 times 19 times 22 times the cosine of 35, and I think we got all of that. And I get an answer of 160, which automatically I think, whoa, that's way too big. But remember, what haven't we done? We haven't taken the square root. Okay, so that's a squared. So a then is equal to, it's 0.18 something. Okay. If you just hit the square root button on the calculator, it'll give it to you. No, it didn't, because I did something wrong. I'll do it again. Square root of 160.18, blah, blah, blah. And we get 12.7, and that's centimetres. Okay, that kind of makes sense. 35 is smallish in a triangle like that. So we would expect that to be right, as 12.7. So just look again, how do I know that I can use the cosine rule here? Well, the cosine rule involves having 1, 2, 3 sides and one angle, okay? And if I'm trying to find that opposite side, that works. So that's where the difference is, all right, between the sine rule. Sine rule required pairs of angles and sides, 2 sides, 2 angles. Okay, so this is just a reminder again. So if we have the sine rule, and I was trying to find that side, I'd have to have that angle. Okay, so yes, I have to have that angle, I have to have that angle, and I'd have to have that side to work that out. Okay, because remember we've got those opposite pairs. But as you've seen, that doesn't work. So with the sine rule, it's a little bit different. is that I've got 1, 2, 3 sides and 1 angle, okay? And if it's this side I'm trying to find, then we can do that. And next time we'll look at how to use the sine rule, the cosine rule, to go and find a missing angle too. And it's effectively rearranging that. I think that's okay for now.